And it's time now for Voices of the Region, when we hear from an area journalist about stories making news. This week, our guest is Aaron Brown, an author, columnist, and college instructor in northern Itasca County.
In some mining news, we've been talking about the bill and the efforts to expand or extend unemployment for the laid off workers at Northshore Mining in Babbitt and Silver Bay. The mine is in Babbitt. The processing plant is on the shore of Lake Superior in Silver Bay. And they have now, Governor Walz has now signed that bill that extends those unemployment benefits, and it allows workers to continue receiving their benefits while they wait to find out if they're going to be called back later this year to reopen the mine. Now, that, as we have talked about, is one of the big questions, whether Cliffs Natural Resources or Cleveland Cliffs is going to reopen that plant or not. Lorenzo Gonzalez, the CEO, has said that he anticipates using that plant as kind of a peaking plant, or a plant when they have very high demand for iron ore, but maybe not a full-time plant. One interesting twist on the story is that Racket, a publication based in the Twin Cities, did a story about Cliffs applying for an expansion to their Mile 7 tailings basin. Now, that's kind of a if any tailings basin is famous, I guess you'd say that's a famous one, because it was the subject of a very big lawsuit in the 1970s that led to the end of dumping taconite tailings into Lake Superior, which was affecting Duluth's drinking water. The Mile 7 tailings basin was a compromise that was reached as a part of that lawsuit, and it keeps the mining waste inland away from Lake Superior. So the company is talking about expanding the tailings basin, but the plant itself is not running. So it begs the question of exactly where that's going to go. But hopefully, it can be taken as a sign, at least for workers, that they'll be called back this year. Two storied Iron Range schools have been in the process of merging these last couple years. Eveleth Gilbert High School and District and the Virginia School District have joined to form Rock Ridge, the Rock Ridge School District, and they began in 2020 to construct the new Rock Ridge School, which is located just north of Eveleth, in between Eveleth and Virginia. This new school was completed, or at least the announcement was made that the principal construction is now complete this week. And so that school will open its doors. All of its facilities will open their doors to students next year. That includes a new gym and a lot of new amenities. One of the interesting aspects of this school is that it's using what they call the academies approach to K-12 education. That is to say, they're allowing students to choose different tracks, including tracks towards healthcare careers or trade careers, STEM careers, or the traditional college track. And all of these are going to be in these kind of movable, reorganizable segments of the school, so that the classrooms are different sizes and different uses depending on what's being taught at that particular time.